Welcome everyone to another video. I'm DK.
And I'm SHARKMAN.
And today we are going to be giving you guys our top 10 Spider-Man variations. Like different Spider-Men and women.
Or let's just say our top 10 very inspired people.
Spider people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before we begin, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Like and comment down below. And yeah, let us begin. So, number 10 for me is Blood Spider, Peter Parker version.
My number 10 is Tobey Maguire.
Okay. A lot of people might think of Blood Spider, the Michael version. I think he's from the comics. This Blood Spider is from the Ultimate Spider-Man TV series. We only see him in one episode in season 4, I think, in Return to the Spider-Verse, when Miles and Peter Parker go through the wormholes and stuff. They come to a I guess apocalyptic time period where everyone's turned into vampires by Dracula / Lizard. And I really liked the way they portrayed Blood Spider in there.
It's been a while since I've seen an episode, so I don't really remember much from it. Besides the apocalyptic factor,
Yeah.
I don't really remember much from that episode because clearly it's not one of my favorites. Because if it was, I would have seen it again, or either that or I would remember the name of the episode at least. So, which I don't. So,
right.
I mean, that's not probably the only other reason why I haven't seen it in a long time is because I don't plainly don't remember the name of the episode.
Or I don't remember. I think it's just in Return to the Spider-Verse Part 1, because I think he's the very first one they find when they return to the Spider-Verse wormholes.
I don't remember because it's been a while since I've seen that episode, but
He's a
I don't.
interesting character.
I don't remember, and like I said, because I don't remember enough about that particular episode. I don't remember what his personality was like. I don't remember anything about Blood Spider, pretty much. So I can't say whether he's good or bad, whether I like him or not, based off that fact. So I might have to just rewatch that episode.
Yeah.
So just because I don't remember anything about him, but I don't know. So I'm just gonna say that he's an honorable mention right now for me. Mainly because I forgot he existed. Not intentionally, guys. I promise. It's just sometimes when you haven't seen a specific character in a long time, you forget they kind of exist until somebody reminds you, or and considering there's like hundreds of different spider people variants. It's hard to keep track of all of them. So,
So why couldn't
I like the choreography or whatever from the fights. I think the fights were done pretty well. Yeah, they're kind of cheesy. The CGI is not that great, or not special effects, whatever it was. I don't remember if it's CGI or practical, but the effects probably aren't that great by today's standards, because this was back in the time when Lord of the Rings was starting to, and the CGI was still kind of choppy, or not choppy, but doesn't look very good nowadays, and because it kind of looks old. And the slow motion and all of a sudden that movie didn't really work. So, and the Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man 2 came out when Lord of the Rings 2 came out. So, it has the same kind of feel to it. I just think that I like the villains also. I thought the villains were pretty good, even though some of the looks weren't that great. I thought they picked good actors.
They did very well for the time period that it was good.
And even I know I said that I like Tobey Maguire for his Spider-Man. I do like his Peter Parker somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm not saying that he doesn't look too old to be like not in high school or whatever, and I think it would have been better if he was at least in college, like he is in movie 3. Like I feel like movie 3 worked because he was in college in movie 3. Like that makes more sense. Like if this was like a version of Spider-Man, but like it's in college, he's in college instead of high school, I think it would have worked better. If he was just like in college from the beginning, I just think it would have just worked for this particular version. But I did think that
I agree with that.
I just I don't know. I just kind of liked, I kind of related a little bit to him. He's kind of like the whole point of Spider-Man is to be kind of like the every person where he has the same issues that a lot of people have in life, especially in New York where it's really expensive to live. You have, especially in the city, you know what I mean? You have trouble with, work problems, you have rent problems, you have
especially with being Spider-Man, you have more problems because you have to go to be the rescuer at the they get to drop everything and go. And do it without people knowing who you are, which means keeping a job is pretty hard.
And I think that Peter Parker in those movies, at least for the second and third movie, kind of like with Iron Man, where he kind of isn't that interesting in the first movie, and he's like the first movie for Iron Man was great. Don't get me wrong, and I liked it, but like he didn't have any character growth, obviously, because this is like his first movie. But then the other two movies kind of helps him get over like some of his like struggles like internally. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's why I think that's why I like him, like his character, just because I think he's got. I don't like the romance. I will say that the one thing I don't like from his movies is the romance. I don't like the girl. MJ. I don't like the actress who plays MJ. I think she, like, every time she's on screen, I just want her to just like die and move on to like Gwen or whatever, because like.
To be honest, I wish they had a scene like that, like they did with Andrew Garfield's Gwen Stacy, where she
except
died.
with Mary Jane.
But with Mary Jane.
Yeah, and because he would, and because I like the girl who plays Gwen in movie 3, because I liked her, So, I don't know. Maybe that's just my opinion. I'm sure a lot of people like, Kristen Dunst or whatever her name was.
Yeah. I don't remember her last name.
But I'm just not a big fan of her in those movies. I think she's a little bit, I don't know. I just think she's a little bit too, self-absorbed. I could be wrong. I don't even know if that's the correct word. But that's just the first word that comes to mind is like self-absorbed, always thinking about her career, I don't know, like I feel like
MJ does have to think about her own future and stuff.
I mean, yeah, but like but when they are together, but she's like, but in those movies, she's like how I play it, but she does it in a nasty way in those movies. She does it in a nasty way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the Tom Holland version of her because she's funny and, I think she's more supportive and thinks more about Peter more. She thinks about her career, yes, and, or, her future, I should say, not her career because she's not really working. She's, they're talking about college and all that stuff. But the point is, she is thinking about the future, but she's also more supportive of Peter rather than complaining about, people not, I don't know, it's just something about her Mary Jane that's different from Tobey's, and it's just, I don't know, I just like her version better than Tobey's, because Tobey seems more complaintive and whiny, but that's just
I agree.
me.
I've never liked MJ, in all the TV shows and all the movies.
Except for the Ultimate Spider-Man, that one episode, or that one, that one episode where she had the Carnage symbiote or whatever.
But even then, I didn't like her as much until they brought Zendaya to play MJ, even though it's not Mary Jane, it's Michelle something. I can't remember what her middle name is or whatever. But like, that's the kind of relationship I would want, is like how Zendaya and Tom Holland's relationship was. So.
Sorry, I didn't mean to go on whole rant. I just needed to explain why I just had to get that off my chest, because anytime we talk about those movies, there's just parts that I like and don't like, and that's just one of the parts I don't like, is their relationship and like how toxic, I guess it is. I feel like it's kind of a toxic.
I kind of feel that way too.
I don't know.
I don't really like it. But
anyway, let's continue. I'm sorry.
Number 9, I have Iron Spider, Amadeus Chevy version.
Honorable mention for 2 reasons. One, I forgot about him because I always write these when I have no brain power, so I'm struggling to think of people. And 2, because I'm stupid for waiting that long. And 2, because I don't.
You don't really like him as much, like.
Well, for a couple of reasons. One, I feel like he's a know-it-all. I don't like people who think they're a know-it-all, because when people think they're a know-it-all, I don't care what, like, who you are. If you think you're a know-it-all, because think about it, in every episode in the Ultimate Spider-Man, he always is like, well, I know better. I'm, like Tony Stark is Spider-Man or whatever. Like, he's always like, blah, 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 like, you know what I mean? Like, he's annoying. Like, he always thinks that he knows best. He always thinks he knows what to do. Spider-Man doesn't always know what to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do like certain parts of him, but for the most part, yeah, you're right.
And 2,
the way he uses the Iron Spider suit is great, but I mean, the only reason that he is at number 9 and not number 10 is because I didn't know much more about Blood Spider except for what we knew from that one episode.
Right.
So he would have probably been number 10 if I had more information about the other one. But at the same time, like, yeah, I do agree that he. I mean, I don't know. I think are like that, where they're just like, they think they're geniuses and stuff.
Like, they think they're smarter than everyone else, even though they themselves can't always figure out the problem, or like can't always solve the problem themselves, and they need, you know what I mean? I don't know.
But you do have to admit that he is pretty.
I'm not denying he's not smart or anything like that.
And he does use the suit to good abilities, and sometimes he doesn't even know the answer, and he has to look to Peter Parker for the help.
Can you just explain what you mean by he uses the suit to its best abilities? Just so I can understand what you mean, because I'm just kind of confused, and I kind of need a little help with what you mean.
Like, in different scenarios, like for overriding stuff in like the ship for
True.
What is it, Grandmaster? Like, just thinking of solutions right on the fly, and using the suit in a way that it functions like different boom, like what is the, like, not sonic booms, but like potions, different like sometimes he does it for high frequency for like venom kind of stuff, or he, like the episode of when they're going after Hydro Man,
You mean sound waves? Are you talking about sound waves?
Sound waves.
Electric pulses, all that kind of stuff. Electric pulses,
heating up things, like overheating things.
Right.
So Nova doesn't have to be there. Poor Nova. I love Nova, but
Nova, like, to me, Nova's better than. I'm just saying, like, out of all the characters, well, as far as like from his like Spider-Man's team in the Ultimate Spider-Man, Nova's my favorite.
And he does have his shortcomings. Like, he does have to rely on, like, the one episode of Sandman where Peter is really kind-hearted and Amadeus is more of a logical thinker, while Peter is a logical thinker, but he also like gives people second chances to change. That's what I'm saying. Like, people like that, characters like that, I don't like, because he does admit when he's wrong. At the end, yes, that's when I start liking those characters. But I don't like it when characters who are know-it-alls
act that way. You know what I mean? Like they never. I don't know. Like. You get what I'm saying? There's just something about that that just hits you in the wrong spot.
Usually I don't like characters like that because they make me feel inferior and stupid and stuff. So, yeah.
And the second reason why I don't like him or consider him a Spider-Man is because, one, he doesn't have natural... He didn't get bit by a spider. And two, he doesn't even shoot webs. At least Tom Holland's version of the Iron Spider can shoot webs. And to me, if you can't... Like, okay, first of all, he doesn't have spidey sense. He has to rely on tech to do that.
He has a tech
I don't care. It's not natural like other spider people, so I don't count it. Two, Spider-Man can't fly. He can fly. If anything, he's more like Iron Man. Yes. And to me, Spider-Man, there's certain characteristics that make you Spider-Man, and he does not have them. If anything, he's like a junior version of Tony Stark to me. He's not... I don't know, that's just one of the things that really bugs me is when people add him and include him at that version of Iron Spider as part of the Web Warriors or whatever, because he doesn't, you know what I mean?
I thought there was an episode with Peter Parker as Iron Spider who did shoot webs, though.
I don't know. All I'm saying is, Peter Parker maybe, but
Amadeus Cho.
Yeah, Amadeus Cho does not have that ability, and to me that's I don't know. To me that just like how would you, it would be like taking like I don't know like it would be like taking like I don't know how to play it. I really don't. It would be like if Iron Man was able to like. You know what I mean? But like couldn't fly or something. You know, like that's not. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know. It just doesn't. It's just not Spider-Man. Okay. It's not.
No,
it does to me. It's not. Spider-Man is supposed to have. That's what makes part of what makes Spider-Man Spider-Man is his actual natural ability to, climb walls without technology and be able to, shoot webs and to be able to sense things and have incredible reflexes, naturally. Well, naturally, from his actual body, not from tech. So, to me, it doesn't make sense to call him Iron... I don't know, to me, that just doesn't make sense. And I'm sorry if... Megan disagrees, obviously. You guys disagree. That's fine. It's
agree.
Just
Comment down below. Is Iron Spider a Spider-Man or not? To me, if you don't have any of those qualities, then can you really call yourself Spider-Man? It's like calling somebody Iron Man, but you don't have the iron suit or anything. You're just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Number 9 for me is Tom Holland. And the only reason I put Tom Holland at number 9 is because... you liked all the other Spider-Man that you have above him more.
Yes, but also because I think Tom Holland... Well, I do love Tom Holland, and I'm not giving him hate here. He gets too much hype, and I think people who get too much hype... I think characters from movies that get too much hype like that, where they're just too beloved and they're considered the perfect whatever... It's the same thing with like anime or something. Like if an anime is like overhyped or there's a character that's way too loved for some reason, it doesn't
appeal too much.
Yeah, like what's the point of what's the point of loving the same person? Then there would be no reason for the other people. I just started there. There would be no reason to have other characters, right? Am I wrong? Like, there would be no reason to put other characters in if you're just gonna love that one character. You know what I mean?
I think the reason people were so excited about it is because, for one, it's finally a young Peter Parker, who is Spider-Man.
And I'm not hating on it.
Is that he isn't perfect Spider-Man. He fails over and over and over again.
I am not dissing on Tom Holland's portrayal. I will be the first to tell you I am a fan of his movies, and by his movies I mean his movies and the movies he's been in, as far as like Marvel movies, because we haven't seen Uncharted or anything like that yet. So I like, and I like I just mentioned, I like his version of Iron Spider. Like his version of Iron Spider, it looks cool, and it makes sense that he would have, you know what I mean? And that's the thing I like about the Spider-Man, or Peter Parker in Spider-Man 2, because he has the Iron Spider like claws or whatever, but he's still got his normal powers too.
Right.
So it's like
they did utilize it much better as far as making it Spidey.
Yeah. So and I mean,
even though it's tech.
And even though he has that fancy new suit from Tony, he still has a natural spider sense. He still can naturally climb up walls without the suit. He can still shoot webs that he creates. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm sorry, but like when when you think of Spider-Man, you think of those three things. Those are the first three things you think of when you think of Spider-Man: is climbing up walls, Spidey sense, and like reflexes, Spidey sense, and then web slinging. If you don't think of those three things first, then I don't know what to tell you. But to me, those are the three things that are vitally important to Spider-Man as a character. I'm not talking Peter Parker. I'm talking about Spider-Man. Those are the first three things I think of when I think of Spider-Man. Okay, sorry. Let's continue. I needed to get that off my chest because I just needed to. Okay, I had to. Let's just continue before we stay here all day. I'm sorry.
You're good. I didn't mean to trigger you.
I'm just so passionate. It's just we've had this discussion about whether Iron Spider is a real Spider-Man or not for the longest time, and I feel like I don't know. Because I grew up watching the Ultimate Spider-Man, like the first couple seasons when he Iron Spider wasn't really in it. I grew to love that version of Spider-Man because that's what I think of. You know, you know what I mean? Like that's what you think of when you think of like his power set, not flying. You know, because it's more like Tony Stark than his Spider-Man because he's got the repulsors, he can fly. Yeah. You know, like he can hack into stuff. Like it's like that stuff that you think of when you think of Tony. Not, I don't know. Let's. We're gonna be here all day if I keep going on about this. Let's just continue.
Number 8, Spider-Ham, Peter Parker.
He's an honorable mention because I forgot. So, sorry.
Who's your number 8?
Spider-Noir.
Spider-Man Noir. All versions, or just the.
Well, I haven't seen him in all like the Spider-Man shows. I've seen him. I liked him in Ultimate Spider-Man. And I liked him in the Spider-Verse movie. So I'd say, and well, I was gonna say in the Tom Holland, the second Tom Holland movie, but he's called Spider Monkey, not Spider Noir in there. So or Night Monkey. Night Monkey is what he's called. So, but I consider him Spider Noir because it's the closest thing to Spider Noir as you can get as far as like live action goes. It's like the closest thing to. So
the first time that
which I was really excited when we saw the trailer and the trailer came out and it showed us that I was really excited because we were like, oh my goodness, the Spider Noir suit, it's the Spider Noir suit, dude, and like we were so excited.
The first time we were introduced to Spider Noir was in Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, it was he went back in time and he had to
black and white like.
Yeah, and and they made a nod to the original Hulk because the original Hulk was gray, and it had a printing error, and that's why he became green. Basically, that's why he went from gray to green. So, but anyway, let's continue. I'm sorry.
But for Spider-Ham, I think most of the Spider-Men that we have. We were introduced to in Ultimate Spider-Man. I know Ultimate Spider-Man got a lot of hate because of all the technology and stuff that Spider-Man gets, but I love the show a lot, and it was funny to see Spider-Ham for the first time because it's Looney Tunes, and also, I mean, it's like Looney Tunes. It's not Looney Tunes, but it's like Looney Tunes. And the funny thing is that he ate the spider that gave him his powers. He didn't get bit by it. He ate it. And then they bring him into the Spider-Man, into the Spider-Verse movie, and he's just great there too. I love all the Looney Tune references, and him's like, "You got a problem with cartoons?" He's like, "Did that feel like a cartoon?" Hammer. Yeah.
Yeah. They gives the hammer to Miles.
Yeah. I think he was the most. It was just.
Where do we put the hammer?
Yeah, where?
Because I don't think it's anywhere in the second movie.
I don't know.
Unless it's hidden somewhere in the background, but I don't think I've ever seen it in any of the trailers or anything. So
we'll have to. We'll see. Once we've done all the Spider-Verse movies, we'll rank those.
Did they?
And stuff.
I hope the third movie has Spider-Man because he wasn't. I don't remember him being in
with
any...
all the Spider-Men and women that they brought into the universe. I forgot Spider-Ham
and Noir.
And, like all the ones that we originally have, except for Peter B. Parker.
Yeah. So and Gwen, and Penny Parker. Penny Parker was in it.
She was.
Yeah. She is actually.
Okay.
Unfortunately, though, hopefully, in the third movie, Spider-Man and Spider-Noir come back, because, well, I'm not going to spoil it, because May's going to get mad at me if I spoil it, so. Because I know how it feels when she spoils things for me, unless I ask her to spoil it for me, so.
I always have to ask, are you sure you want me to tell you? Because, he's like, might as well. Okay.
Because, well, yeah, I'm not going to go, we're not going to go into that. Anyway.
Number 7, Spider 2099. Yeah, 99, Miguel O'Hara.
7 for me is Scarlet Spider.
We were close on that one. What can I say about Spider 99? I liked him in the very beginning. I didn't think he was as broody as he is until I can't remember what the Spider-Man game is, that it's just
Edge
him.
of Time.
I guess it's Edge of Time. I think it's Edge of Time.
Or Shattered.
I like watching the cutscenes to that. That game. Mm-hmm. Sorry, my brain.
Yeah.
That game, and I liked him in that. I liked his growth. He started off as a really negative character and then grew.
Mm-hmm.
And understood what it means to be Spider-Man, because he didn't really know. He just he was upset, but he didn't want to be Spider-Man. And I mean, the reason he's so low is just from the trailers and stuff. I don't like how he is in the second movie. I might like him once we watch the movie, but I'm not 100% sure. Because sometimes I watch a trailer and I'm like, I'm gonna hate this character, but then later I'm like, I love that character. So, I'll just have to wait and see on that part. Who was your? Oh, your Scarlet Spider.
I just think he's dead.
Well, I will talk more about it because he's my number 6. Okay, when we first get introduced to Scarlet Spider, I was like, who is this, like, where did he come from kind of thing? Because it was an episode in Ultimate Spider-Man. Didn't they meet, like, right outside the sewer? Like, out on the beach? Like,
I don't remember.
I think so. And the coolest, there's so many cool things about Scarlet Spider, but the coolest thing is his stingers coming out of his hands. To me, it's like he's got daggers in his hands. Like,
that sounds like something a Spider-Man would have, though, because, you know what I mean? Like, because some spiders have, like, a, you know what I mean?
A stinger.
Yeah, so it just makes sense that he would have them. I just think that's just something that actual Spider-Man would have.
Yeah, and his...
Kind of like how Spider-Man 2099 has those claws. Like, spiders have claws on the tip of their, like, feet, so it makes sense that you'd have them.
I don't know much about Scarlet Spider. This is the Ben Reilly version. But I do like the, I guess, I don't know for the comics and stuff if there's different versions of, like, certain Spider-Man. Like, how Blood Spider had a different person who played him too. I don't know if Scarlet Spider had a different person too. But in the Ultimate Spider-Man, I know we're going to talk about that a lot, the Ultimate Spider-Man versions, that his story of trying to find himself and trying to find where he belongs, and when he does figure out who he is, staying with Spider-Man. Though he does, like, sometimes his remarks to Peter Parker Spider-Man, quips and stuff is like he's annoyed by them and everything.
It's like Knuckles and Sonic.
It's like, yeah, it's Knuckles and Sonic.
Like, literally, it's just Sonic, basically.
Yeah. So,
which is why I like it, because, you know,
their banter is hilarious. Yeah. And that he trusts him with his life, just like Sonic does with Knuckles. Even though they fight like cats and dogs. It's like a love-hate relationship, almost.
I hate using those words now. I'm not gonna go into detail why, but we're just gonna skip.
Also, the part where he saves May Parker, and like she takes him in like a son too, and gives him his name. It's great. So, and when he does betray them, he comes back to and tries to earn the trust of the other Spider-Men, the Web Warriors. Trust again. Oh, and the his original team, because they didn't trust him either. So, who's your number 6?
Spider-Gwen. Specifically the Spider-Verse version. I didn't really like her in Ultimate Spider-Man. I don't know why.
I kind of did, but the thing is, okay, well, she's higher up on my list, but
it's not because she didn't act well. I don't know. She just wasn't as appealing.
She wasn't as interesting.
She just wasn't as interesting
in that episode.
So like,
I watched there was another series. I can't remember what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
It has Miss Marvel, Gwen Stacy, and several other characters. Her Spider-Gwen at that was great. Basically, it was very similar to the Spider-Gwen in Spider-Verse.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to know her better than that other thing. That other one. And she was she's my favorite Spider-Woman. Like, out of all of them.
Yeah, she's, you know.
I never liked Spider-Woman, Petra Parker.
Mm.
I don't know, she's just too arrogant. Like, I didn't like her. She was just like, I'm a girl,
You talk about Ultimate Spider-Man?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's kind of a pain. She's
a pain in the butt. I didn't like her. So, my number 5 is Spider-Noir. He's grown on me a lot more, especially like Into the Spider-Verse. Really sealed the deal, because he was so funny in there. It's like,
In Spider-Verse?
Where's that wind coming from? Wherever I go, the wind follows.
I mean, well, it kind of helped that he was played by Nicolas Cage, who's just a funny actor in general. Yeah. So, I mean, kind of just helped that they picked good people to play in that movie. You know what I mean?
Right. It was just hilarious. Like, I don't know what this cube means, but I will. Think of this cube thing with me. I love you guys.
Nicolas Cage is just a funny dude. Like, anything he said, even if it's a serious line from Nicolas Cage, it's just funny because that's just who he is. Like, he just always makes I don't know. He's just one of those people that can make a serious line funny. I don't know.
Yeah, it was hilarious. I love it.
Yeah.
Who's your number 5?
Silk.
Only
reason is because I like her outfit. I think it looks cool. It's like a western-y like vibe, but it with that like black web design on it. I don't know. I just love the black web design with the red bandana around her. I don't know. I just thought it was cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a really cool design, and I don't know. I just thought she was cool. But
yeah.
That's just me.
Don't know much about Silk. I hear that
we don't know anything about Silk pretty much. But, you know.
Maybe she would rival Gwen for best Spider-Woman, but I don't know anything about her, so I can't say anything.
Not to mention she's brunette. I think she's really cute. I just do. I'm
So,
sorry. I have a weird attachment
yeah.
to some girls.
Like, yeah.
It's weird
To
that
certain girls.
to certain girls from animated movies or just movies in general, I think are like some of them are cute. And I just think Silk's cute. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think she's a really cute person. I don't know.
Number 4. I'm excited about this one. Spider Knight.
Hopefully hopefully they make a third Amazing Spider-Man and they'll have like Gwen Stacy from another universe come in. That would be cool.
That would be cool too.
Because that way Emma Stone could come back. That'd be the only way I could think of that she could come back.
Her back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it would just be cool, and then they could fight Venom. I'm just saying they could. Anyway, I'm sorry I keep interrupting.
You're good. So Spider Knight is my number 4.
I honorable mention because I forgot to put mine. Sorry.
Like when
I think. Oh wait, no. Never mind. He's on here. Never mind. I'm on.
Spider Knight is amazing. I love medieval. Okay, when we get introduced to Spider Knight in
None good.
when we get introduced to Spider Knight in the Ultimate Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, I think it's part 2 or part 3. I think it's part 2. I love everything about him. It's like Spider-Man? That worse name than fool.
I think Spider Knight.
Kraken. It's pronounced Kraken, not Kraken. Kraken-like.
He is Kraken.
He says Kraken though.
Okay,
He's like,
well.
it's pronounced Kraken.
Oh, that, yeah, okay. I forgot that you said, yeah, I forgot
But
that,
Peter
yeah.
still, but Spider-Man's still like, who would give up the chance to fight a Kraken, an evil scientist?
And then, it's pronounced Kraken.
He's like, how about thee?
Can I just say this? I think Kraven, I know this is off topic, but Kraven's the worst villain. One of the worst villains. Like, he's just not interesting to me.
I really don't like Kraven either.
Which is
we
why,
need to do a Spider-Man villain list, and then we can talk about, like, go on a rant on Kraven and how much we despise
Which
him.
is why I don't understand why Blitzwinger was so excited to hear that Kraven was going to be the villain for the second Spider-Man game.
He was so happy.
Like, I don't get it, because, like, he's not... He's just an ordinary guy with like a Russian accent.
It's like, I will take over the world.
Yeah, like every other stereotype villain,
yeah.
like the leader, like he's like the leader, like but like a Russian version.
Yeah.
Like he's, I don't know. It's dumb.
Anyway, who we shared up?
I was saying OMG because this is my number 4 as well.
He was so good. I want to bring him into the Spider, like the beyond the Spider.
The reason why I like him is because 1, he's funny, and 2, I think that it's really cool to see somebody who's like he's a good mix. Like he's what I think of when I think of Iron Spider, basically, because it's Spider-Man, but he's got armor. And it's medieval.
He's got a horse.
And it's medieval, and we like medieval stuff. So like, I think knights look cool. I don't know. It's just how I think.
My number 3 is Gwen Stacy.
From Spider-Verse.
From all of it, I like her. Period. All of it.
Where am I?
All versions.
Number 3 for me is Andrew Garfield.
I know.
Everybody gets he's probably.
I'm starting to like him more and more now.
Everybody's gonna hate me for saying this, and you guys can, whatever. But I just have to say that Andrew Garfield's probably my favorite Spider-Man over Tom Holland. Yeah, I know it's a shocker. I like how could you like such a bad movie? But to me, it's a great movie. They're great movies to me. Like to me, it's a great movie. It's like mixing Batman, like the darkness and grittiness of Batman with I don't know. It just seems like a really nice mix between. I don't know. It just to me, it's a great movie. They're great movies.
His relationship with Emma Stone.
And I think they nailed the romance. Like I like their chemistry. Like I honestly, it's Gwen. I don't know. I think Emma Stone's probably my favorite love interest in
the Spider-Man.
Yeah, besides Zendaya's MJ. So.
That's okay. And
hey,
also,
I'm in the 5% that actually likes Andrew Garfield.
I'm starting to like it better.
Or however many
My
percent actually like
him became better after the third Tom Holland Spider-Man movie because he showed he can be the Spider-Man that I always want him to be, because he did a fantastic job in the third movie. I can't express how much I loved watching the whole fight with all 3 Spider-Men.
I have to say that I will say this, even though Andrew Garfield is my favorite, I will say that Spider-Man 3 is probably my favorite, like Tom Holland's version of Spider-Man 3. Probably my favorite, only because I think it was so cool to see all 3. Like, you have the nostalgia version, because you have like the nostalgia version, then you have the modern day version, then you have the in the middle version. Like, you have like, it's almost like seeing an evolution, the evolution or whatever of Spider-Man all in one movie. And I thought that was really cool to see, because you know what I mean. Like, I just thought it was really cool to see, like, kind of like, because you get to see where we came from. Like, we started, like, you know what I mean. Like, you get to see like where we like started from and how far we've come, and like technology and stuff, and how we can make things look better. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. To me, that's just like really cool. You know, I
really like
that's
it.
just me,
I loved
but
it. My number 2 is Tom Holland's Spider-Man. What's your number 2?
Spider-Man 2099. Specifically the TV shows.
Yeah. I
can understand his. I
know he was overly hyped, but he was everything that I wanted in a live-action Spider-Man.
Who?
Tom Holland.
Oh yeah.
For me.
I think that I'm not hating on his acting. I'm not hating on him. Let me just get that out there right now. I do not hate Tom Holland's I don't know how else to say this without probably making you guys mad, but to me, I like his portrayal. I think he did great. You know, I think he's a good actor. I think his Peter Parker especially was really good. I'm not like raining on anyone's parade right now, okay? I keep stuttering. I'm sorry. I'm not raining on anyone's parade, but when somebody's so overhyped, it's hard to love them, because it's like old news. You know what I mean? It's like it's like when a game comes out and you buy it and everybody's already played it. It's like, what's the point of playing it if everybody's already played? They've already moved on to something new. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, what's the point? I don't know. That's just me, but like, it's I don't know.
Yeah.
Because then you don't want to do it anymore, because everybody's already like seen it or played it if it's a game, or watched it if it's a movie. You know, it's like what's the point? Because then you're gonna be like, oh, because I've had moments like that where I've gone up to somebody, I'm like, oh, I just watched such and such, and they're like, oh, you just watched it? Well, guess what? We watched such and such. I'm like, you know, it's like you can't keep up with our like. I don't know, you just can't keep up, so it's like no point. You don't have to keep
defending yourself, Dave.
I feel like I do, because I just feel like I do. Anyway.
You don't. It's fine. And
I just feel like I do. I'm sorry. It's just when it comes to this stuff, I get really passionate about it, and I'm not worked up. I'm just passionate about it, and I feel like I need to explain why, because that's like kind of the whole point of this is discussing stuff. So I just feel like I need to explain to people why I feel this way. I don't know.
It's okay.
I'm sorry if that hurts anyone's feelings, but
no, you're not hurting anybody's feelings. Everybody's has their own opinions on stuff, and I bet that there's a lot of people who are watching this and are like, wait, I think that Tobey Maguire should be number 1, because I've heard so many people talk about how much they love Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
All of them have something unique to them.
Yeah. Like
each Spider-Man, I don't know. This is me.
Yeah. So, and we all have different things we look for in a Spider-Man.
Exactly. So
yeah, your number 2 is
Spider-Man 2099. I need to say this. Mm-hmm. I need to confess this. I watched, quote unquote, watched Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse in parts on YouTube. I need to confess that, because I know I'm sorry. I will try not to do that again. I promise. I
It's
didn't.
just
I
hard
did
to
not mean.
Wait.
I was not trying. I just came across it. I watched it. Whatever. So I kind of already know everything. Whatever. I've also seen people react to it. So I'm sorry, man. I really don't like doing that. I really don't. I didn't mean to. Okay.
It's okay.
So because I don't like it when you do that to me, so I feel bad when I do it to you. So I just need to apologize.
Okay.
But what I will say is, because I have seen quote unquote it in parts because I couldn't whatever.
Yeah, watch the whole.
I can somewhat understand. I'm not saying that I love his version, that version of 2099. I will say that this does not waver the fact that I do like him, because I can understand until you are. I'm not gonna spoil anything or try not to spoil anything, but I can understand where he's coming from.
And I bet I will too. It's just.
I mean, you probably won't, unless you might, but like you're probably not gonna. It's probably not gonna change your mind about you don't like him anymore, or as much anymore. But to me, I can understand a little bit of what he's trying to do. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But like, it's like doing the right thing or doing the wrong thing for the right reasons. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that. It's like that situation basically. Yeah. I don't know if that spoils it for you, but
no. Cause like there's just so many villains I've I don't know if I will agree with them or not, because there have been characters where they have this different mindset but I can understand where they're coming from.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't agree with it. I'm just saying I can understand and see like his perspective of things.
But
you know what I mean?
At the same time, like it depends on which perspective I agree with, and like I can't be mad at somebody for how they're thinking about a situation, but their actions I can't agree with. So yeah, I think I will understand.
I don't know.
Like right now, I can't understand because I'm like, why? But like until I watch it, I can't.
People did say a lot of people said that it was probably the greatest sequel of all time.
Probably is.
I would have to say that I kind of agree with that. I also kind of don't, because there are some movies that have, series that have sequels I think are just better. I'm not saying it's not one of the most perfect sequels of all time, but I wouldn't say it's the most perfect.
Yeah.
I would say it's one of. I feel like there's a lot of movie series that have equal, like it's hard to put one movie series sequel over the, you know what I mean? At least for me, that's how it is, because I think there are a lot of movie sequels that are equally as great, and so I don't know. That's just how I feel. Maybe in this day and age, it's probably the best, whatever, but of all time, probably not.
Probably. So, for honorable mentions, I have Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield. I don't really know many other Spider-Man that I could do. Maybe Spider Pirate from the Ultimate Spider-Man. Maybe Silk. Just because I don't know much about those characters as much. I don't know. Maybe original Spider-Man, like the very first original Spider-Man. You know, the ones like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
My honorable mentions was, it was Blood Spider, it was Spider-Ham, and I think Wolf Spider?
Oh, Wolf Spider, the villain?
or what? I don't know what that Spider-Man is. That's like werewolf mix. I forget what he is, or like that.
Oh, is he in the second movie?
Yeah, he's like in a clip. In one of the clips, but I can't remember. But I can't remember what. I don't know what his actual name is. Like maybe it's not Wolf Spire, but that's why I assumed that would be what he's called, or Spider Wolf maybe. I don't know.
Well, I'll look it up because
all I know is that he comes from a world where everything's animal, basically, kind of like Spider-Man, except it's like a little different.
It's like
it's a little different.
Kind of like Howling Commando.
Yeah, basically. So like I don't. That's all I pretty much know about him. Spider Cat, I think, is another. Like basically, Spider Cat, Spider Monkey, and no, that's actually a character.
I know. I'm glad they brought that in. How Spider Punk?
Spider Punk. I forgot to mention. Yeah, Spider Punk is on there. Pav is on there on honorable mentions. Spider Punk.
Wait, Spawn.
Spider Punk.
What was the? Oh. Okay. The other one.
Oh my goodness, what did I say? Pav?
Pav?
Pav.
I'll look it up.
Or Pavo, Pav, something like that.
Yeah. I can't.
He's like Indian Spider-Man. So basically Indian Spider-Man. And what's that? I want to say Spider-Rex, I guess, would be the other one. Basically all the animals pretty much, and because, whatever.
I'll definitely look up all these. Because I can't wait until I watch the movie. Because there's just too many Spider-Man. There's so many. Oh, Flash Thompson, Spider-Man. He comes into Spider-Man at one point too.
Yup.
Which, that's kind of weird for me.
Oh, and Cyborg Spider-Man, I think. Or Spider-Woman. Something like that.
Anyway, my number one's Miles Morales.
Same here.
Oh yeah. Many reasons. One, he has the dopest powers ever.
I think he's got one of the most overpowered powers ever.
Yes! Spider Venom and his... I know it's not... he calls it that, but it's not poison.
I know, that's why I do quotes, because it's not actual... It's just lightning. It's bioelectricity is what they call it in the game. So I'm just going to say it's bioelectricity.
Invisibility.
Yeah.
And all the spider powers, being able to crawl and all that kind of stuff. Him as a character too, it's amazing.
And he can absorb energy.
That too.
He doesn't just like let it out, he also absorbs it.
I love every version that they've done. If I had to pick one that I love the most, it's probably the Into the Spider-Verse version. I do like him in the game. Like, I've only seen the cutscenes and stuff, but I still like. The only power
that Miles has that doesn't really make sense is the Venom shocks, because the spiders don't have electricity. But invisibility makes a little bit of sense because spiders can change their colors. Some spider species can change their colors like to blend in. Yeah. So it makes more sense for him to have that. So, but that's just me.
He is a fantastic Spider-Man.
I just think he's a great kid in general. Just Miles Morales is just a great kid. Amazing. Period.
Yeah. So yeah, I always liked his character.
I like his friendship with the other Spider-Man too. It's like Ben or B, Peter B. Parker, Noir, like all of them. I like his friendship with them.
His suit is so cool too. I love it.
I think Black and Red. I blended them together. I meant to say Black and Red and not Bled, but you know what I mean. Black and Red. I think
it really
look
pops.
good. I think it works for him though, because it just does. It just works for him.
I never thought I would love Spider-Man so much as Miles.
That's why.
Or one that's not even Peter Parker.
That's why I'm kind of excited to play the Spider-Man games, because I don't know. I'm just excited to play. For one, ever since I started watching Spider-Man movies, I've wanted to play a Spider-Man game, and two, because it's Spider-Man and Miles Morales and stuff like that. So, hopefully, maybe in the future, once we get a PS5, then you can play Miles Morales and Spider-Man 2, and I can play Spider-Man PS4 or whatever.
Yeah, I can't wait.
You can play those two, and then I can just do a new file. so I can play
Yeah.
those two as well, just so we both can play them. But you know.
Yeah. Anyway.
Sorry, I didn't mean to ramble.
It's okay. You're good. If you guys have any other Spider-Man that we're forgetting, comment down below. And hopefully we'll have another video next week. I'm sorry that the last couple of weeks has been weird. We're finishing up volleyball season with my little sister and just all kinds of stuff that has just been going on.
Yeah.
That has been hard to edit videos and get them out. I'll try to do better in the future, but you know, the holidays are coming, so that's gonna be another thing.
It's
Anyway.
not gonna be that big of a pain though, to be honest. I mean, the holidays are only...
For me, for editing and stuff.
Because it's the holidays?
Yes.
Really?
It really will be.
Really?
You have no idea. The holidays are always the hardest.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 days maybe, but that's like it. Usually, for like actual holidays. Because it takes, what, Thanksgiving is like 2 or 3 days of preparation and then the actual day, and then it's like after that, it's like we're, you know, back to normal usually. Same thing with Christmas, pretty much. It's the same thing. We just, you know, prepare, eat the night, whatever, and then we're done. Basically, it's basically how it is.
But
like,
there's decorating and everything too.
But yeah, but that's like only maybe 1 or 2 days extra. Like, it's not like we're spending months at a time preparing for. You know what I mean?
But it's busier for me. You don't know how busy it is for me during the holidays. Like, it's a train wreck. But anyway.
Because you spend too much time doing other stuff. Like, buying more ornaments that we have no room for. Or, I don't know, like, other stuff. I don't know what else you would be doing, like cooking, I guess. Those are like the 2 things that you usually are doing around the holidays, is cooking or buying more ornaments for Christmas.
It's a tradition for me.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, we never have enough room for all the ornaments. So I mean,
well, it's fine if we don't have enough room for mine.
I think we should just put all your ornaments on, and that's all we should put on there. Because I'm tired of putting like 500 ornaments on there and then stuffing them back in the box and carrying that big thing back.
I'm gonna try to buy us a little tree eventually, so we have it during the holidays too. Like people display stuff in the background for certain videos and stuff. Anyway, if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on your notifications, and we'll see you hopefully next week. Bye!